Hi! Okay, so for what we're doing today, I am going to be using a volcano colored Swarovski Rivoli, which is, and I think it's a 16. Yep. 16 millimeter. My last one of the bunch. So we've got that. Let's see. I've got some Rounduos. These are a Potomac Bead Company product. The color I've got going on is called Crystal Magic Blue. Yeah, Crystal Magic Blue. I know not all of you will have these just kicking around. So you can use just regular rounds if you so wish. So I've got that. You're gonna want your delicas or minor treasures. These are Toho treasures, and I have a whole lot of blue like this, so I'm gonna use those. I've got some 15s, and they are, oh my gosh, it's hard to read. 15-0 transparent dark amber AB. They're a nice, pretty color. 4mm bicones. These are in Paradise Shine, Swarovski. This is a mixed bag. I have some other blue ones in here, but I'm going to be using 3mm Pacific Blue Opal. And they're these ones. Very, very nice, soft blue. And that should be it. Well, other than a needle and thread and... Where is my needle? Oh, there it is. I'm using an amber colored Nymo thread. Bead scoop. Isn't that so cute? Okay, so that's what we're doing. I came up with this design a long time ago, and I hope I can remember how I did it. I think I will. I think I will. Let's see. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14. Many more though. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Yeah, so 16, 18, 22, 24, 26. I'm getting there. Yep. 28, 32, 34, 36, 38, 42, 42. That'll be enough. Not too many enough. You gotta keep it an even number or it won't work because we're doing circular peyote. For me, this is how I like to do it. I like to let me move you a wee bit here. I like to kind of measure it loosely around whatever sized Rivoli I'm using. Because that way it'll sit kind of behind it like that. Here, let me bring you in a wee bit. There we go. There. Like that. So you can see the beads on the outside of the Rivoli, but not too much. So now we're just going to go ahead and do peyote bezel. Alright, so I've gone around the one time and I've stepped up And I've picked up 5 beads, and I'm going to skip over 3 because that's the only way I could get the count to work for a net on the back. So I'm going to pick up 5 more treasures. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. 1, 2, 3. This. Up through this bead. It's the 4th bead. And then carry on up through the the first 5 beads that we added. Go through the first 3 of them. Any of you who've done this before know what this is going to turn into. So now we're going to add 3 beads in each group of 5 in between each one. So 1, 2, 3. Ugh. Man, I'm having a bad time with this today. So the next group of 5, we just go through the 3rd. One, 2, 3. I know this is all kind of loose right now, but when we get it together, it'll be nice and tight. 1, 2, 3. So what I'm going to do to make my life easier at this point is move that tail. Just pull, okay? And this is what you'll have. I'm going to go up into the group of 3. Can you see? Will you focus? There we go. So come out through that. I'll grab an 11. Here's my next group of 3. Go through the second one in the group of 3. Ay caramba, what is this? What is this? It's another thread from another project. Wow. That's one way you can get rid of your tail, is just bury it in the back, which I might do off camera, because that tail is giving me grief. So, and then once you're done with your tail, if you want to bury it, I mean, you don't have to, but whatever you so wish. I'm going to weave my working thread to the I want to say the front, but you know what I mean, the working side of the peyote out here. Alright, that's what I'm going to do. Alright, so I've made my little, whoops, jeez, made my little star on the back there, you see? A little star or flower or whatever you want to call it. And even though it's a little bit weird looking, it's gonna fit your Rivoli just fine. So I'm gonna add one more row of 11s in the peyote. I've moved my thread up here, so I'm gonna add one more round. And I'm going to stick my Rivoli in there and then add my 15s to cinch it all together. Okay? Okay, so actually I'm going to add another row of 11s because this is what it's like after you add one row like I said I was going to do and then your 15s. It's just not quite big enough. Close, but not quite. So I'm going to take out the 15s I already have in here, add some another row of 11s, then I'll do the 15s, and then it'll fit. So yeah, sorry about that, my mistake. Okay, I'm done. So I've added my two more rows of 11s and a row of 15s. And that's what I have. I pulled it tight and it seems to be holding together just fine. If you want to do it another row of 15s, you probably can, and it won't start to pucker up. If you add too many rows, then it starts to kind of lift away from the crystal, and you really don't want to do that because that is not unattractive. And now what we're gonna do is start making little spokes. And I'm gonna need my crystals. I'm gonna use my 3mm crystals for this part. Eventually. Just dump out a bunch of them. Let's dump out the works while I'm at it. Alright. Gonna move down. Gonna move down like this to the 11, right next to the 15 I was coming out of after I stepped up. Okay, like this. And then I'm gonna add 3 11s. And then I'm gonna go through the next 11 right like that. Focus please, thank you. So I'm coming out of this one. I'm going right through the next one in the row. And you're gonna get a little picot. Boop. Little picot, just like that. It's really cute. Okay, so we're gonna do it again now. Go right through the next bead. Oh, I hear a kitty. One of the kitties. Sounds like Sophia. So I'm going to do these little picots all the way around using 3 size 11s. And then, in case you haven't figured it out, we're going to add our 3mm crystals in there. And they're going to be so pretty. Whoever invented these things, these crystals, is an angel. Okay. So if you get lost in which bead you need to be stitching through, just look at the top of your bezel and remember to stitch through the beads, that the 11s that are right underneath the 15s. Okay, that's how you know where to go in case you're having trouble sort of sighting where this is supposed to go. And you're going to do that all the way around, and then you're going to step up into the middle bead at the top of the picot. Okay? So I'll be right back. Alright, so I've made my cute little picots. It looks like a cute little star. So, and I've stepped up right into the middle bead of the groups of three that we added. I've picked up a 3mm bicone, and we're just going to go through all the middle beads. Whoops. There we go. Like that. It's going to fit. They're going to fit right in there. And they're so cute. I don't know why. Everything's cute to me today. I swear it's nothing that I've put in my coffee to make me feel that way. And then after you're done that step, we're going to add kind of like more picots right here around the crystals, so that they're kind of enclosed in this little beaded diamond shape. Okay, I'll show you how to do that though. I'll add my bicones and then I'll come back and I will show you what I'm talking about. So, see you in a second. Okay, so there's all my little cute bicones. Aren't they nice? You could, because this is somewhat modular, you could just stop right here if you wanted to, and that would make a really cute, if you linked a bunch together, you could make a necklace or a bracelet, or you could make a beaded loop right, at the place where you stopped and turn it into a really nice earring. That's also an option for you. But we're doing a pendant, so we're going to keep going. I mean, this would be a really nice, dainty, small, very sweet little pendant, actually. If you wanted to stop, which you could do. And just grab some more of these. I've also gotten out some blue Toho treasure rocales. Actually, do they count as treasures if they're round? I don't know. To be honest with you. But they are Tohos and they are rounds. So what I'm going to do, the reason I want to do it this way is take a Delica round, whoop, and another Delica. The reason and I'll tell you in a second. I'll finish what I'm trying to teach you first. So I'm coming out of a bicone, okay? So I'm going to go back through the bicone. Okay, so you're going to string on 2 cylinders, 1 round, and 2 cylinders. That should be good. I was leaving a gap there that I didn't want. That was an on-the-spot adjustment. And just for a little bit of visual texture, I'll add a 15 in that amber color. And then I'll go through the next bicone. Like that. So we don't have any kind of weird, ugly gaps. So we'll do this again. Two cylinders, one round, 2 cylinders, backwards, around through the 15 and the bicone. Like that. Okay? And then you add a 15. And through the next bicone. There. And once you get going, it'll start to look prettier. But I like the addition of the rounds. That helps it kind of lay like a triangle. Excuse me. Okay? All right. So let's just do that one more time together. So 2 cylinders, 1 round, 2 cylinders, through the 15 and the bicone. Okay, and you pull gently, okay, because bicones are sharp and they can cut your thread, and that's a drag. And then you add a 15 before passing through the next bicone. And you're going to do that all the way around. It's just slightly more beads than what you did for the first picos. They're just bigger picos now. Focus, please. Thank you. Okay? Yeah. You're all right. I'll be right back. All right. Are you going to focus now? There we go. So I am coming out of a bicone. And I'm going to, what am I going to do? I'm going to head up through 2 delicas in our picot here, and then through the round. And I've got my round duos out here. So as you know, they are a round bead with 2 holes. Okay? I will link to them in the description box below, but if you go to the Potomac Bead Company website, you'll find them there, along with their other kind of what I call novelty beads, or specialty kind of beads. And anyway, I'm just stringing them through. I've got those picots are just the right size for some round duos to fit in there. The reason I'm going for round duos is because I can reinforce through one hole and kind of fill it, and then I can move over to the next hole for the next round of ornamentation. So that's my reasoning behind this. Now, if you don't have round duos, or you can't afford them, or whatever your situation, don't fret. You can use regular glass pearls, or bicones or, you know, whatever you want. It's totally fine. It's not really essential. It's just I thought I would go ahead and use them because I have them, and this particular batch has been kind of sitting there doing nothing. So that's all that's about. It's just so I can reinforce through one hole, and because they're heavy, and then you know, move up to the next hole, and then I'll have a hole free, a new hole that's open and available to me to do more embellishing, and you know, and then reinforce through that hole, and then it'll be secure. So, you know, it kind of depends where you want to go with this project. If you really want to make it a great big, you know, pendant out to here, you know, like, that's fine, but I would suggest using a 2-hole bead if you're going to do that, just for the extra stabilizing factor. Okay, so I'm just picking up a Rounduo through one of the holes and going through the rocale, the round bead in the picot next to where I'm exiting, and then it's just stringing them on. And after you've done this, reinforce it once or twice until they're, you know, not floppy like this, and then you can backtrack and go up through the blah 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 through I cannot talk, through the top hole or the next hole. Okay, and then we're going to be on the home stretch, I promise. So do that, I'll do that, and we shall see each other again soon. Okay, I've added all my Rounduos. I've gone through and reinforced, and if you have eagle eyes, which I'm sure you do, you will notice, maybe, that, yeah, there you go, that I've added 15s in between each of the Rounduos as I went for my reinforcement round. And the reason for that is because I thought, I don't want to go to the hassle of trying to like go through the blue round bead from before, so I thought I would just add some 15s in there, just for a little bit of amber coloring, and just, I don't know, it seemed like the right thing to do at the time. Okay, so I've also gone through and I'm never exactly sure if you can, there we go. I've gone up to the second hole, okay? Just a row of beads. And you know, I think I'm gonna grab some rounds for this. Whoops. Because I like rounds when I can get away with them. They're nice. Now I've got 3 on my needle. We'll see if this fits. I don't know if it fits very well. Oh, it does! Look! Ta-da! That was a total guess. Yay! Okay, cool. So I'm going to add 3 of the rounds in between each of the Rounduos, and I'm going through this second hole now. We're done with the first hole in these. We are done with that. And we're just adding 3 beads in between each of the Rounduos like this. See? Easy as pie. And I will reinforce again, and you know, by going through once more, and I'll show you what to do next. Okay. So I've gone through all the round duos in the second holes and I added one of the 11 rounds in between each round duo before I went through the next one, and I did that all the way around for added structure. And it still needs some structure. I'm not overly, it's still a bit wiggly wobbly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some 15s. I'm going to guess 5, or maybe not even. How many will I need? 3. Let's try 3. This is how I measure stuff. I'm just like, I don't know, I guess this many. Or maybe it's just 2. Let's see, what does that look like? I'm measuring from I'm coming out of the blue round at the top there, from the picot the round that I just added. Yeah, 2 15s will work fine. I suppose 111 if you want. Okay, so I've got 2 15s strung on there, and I'm going to go through the 15 I added from the reinforcement round of the first hole, like that, and then I'm going to go through the 2 15s again. And then I'm going to go through that 11 that is between, come on, there, that is between the round duos. And then I'm going to pass through the round duo again, so this will be 3 passes through them. And then out through the next blue bead from the previous step. And then we'll have this little kind of row of beads, these kind of straight spokes will start to happen. And with that extra pass, I think, through the round duos, that'll be much better. Okay, so 2 of the 15s through this 15. Here, I will bring you in slightly. Okay, so through this, back, like that, and then through that blue, and through that round duo, and through the next blue. And you just carry on in that manner. Okay? So you will have just little spokes like that. Okay? So I'll do that, and I'll meet you back here. Okay. So I've added my lines, my spokes, and that's added a lot more stability to the piece. It's still soft, but it's a lot more stable. So right now I'm coming out of a blue bead, like this. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna kind of step around, if you will. I'm gonna go through, there we go, 2 beads in the picot from before, and not loop my thread around anything. Okay. Now we bring on our final round with some 4mm bicones. They just add a nice little sparkly finish. Although it's already pretty sparkly. So I'll bring you in. So I'm going to pick up a round, a bicone, and a round. And go through the just one next one. And go like so. Okay. That's it. 111, one bicone, 111, through the next picot. So I'm going to keep doing this, and then once I'm finished, I'm going to reinforce as much as I can, and then I'm going to add just a few beads for a bail, and then bury my threads, and I will be done. Okay? So I'll be right back. Okay. There it is. Later on I will go back through and reinforce some more, but you get the idea. Here's the beaded little loop, so you can add a pinch bail or just a jump ring or whatever you want. Okay, so take that in. It's super sparkly. Love that. Another thing I was thinking is, if you remember one of my recent videos, I made these volcano Rivoli cages. Well, the Rivolis are volcano, but anyway, if I changed the cage color, I think it would look real pretty to have these and have this be like a big old pendant, just like link it together artistically through here, and have that on like a beaded rope or something. It would be really, really, really pretty, like sinfully pretty. Also, another thought. Well, this is where this project originates from. I made this probably 2 years ago, 3 years ago even, a volcano Rivoli. I have lots of them, apparently. And I went kind of nuts. I used Fireline. I didn't bother to bury it or anything, because whatever. So I did a similar thing. I added Rounduos. I did the little strip, but I didn't use 15s. These are 11s, obviously. And I went and I did that row of crystals going this way, and then I added picots here, and I even added little tiny emerald color. You can probably see it better on the back. They're emerald colored. I think they're 2.5mm bicones. And then I added just like a straight strip of beads around the whole edge. And even with 6-pound Fireline, it's still floppy. So but I didn't reinforce it at all. So you see what I'm saying is you can keep adding or subtracting, or whatever you want to do is up to you with this pendant, which is really cool. I think that's really nice. So if somebody sees it and they're like, I like it, but I want it to be bigger, I want it to be smaller, you can easily adjust it. So anyway, that's that. I hope you enjoy it. And do hop on social media, show me what you made, and I will be so impressed. I know I will, because you are very talented. Thank you for letting me into your homes to watch this. Yeah. Don't forget to change the subscription button from red to gray. And then click the bell icon so that you're notified of all my future uploads by email or push notification on your mobile. Alright, that's enough out of me. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. And this is where the back of the Rivoli will go. Haven't finished my coffee, can't you tell?